So it's time for us to continue talking about iOS 15 and to see what the future of iOS 15 could hold. Now, iOS 15.7, in my opinion, could potentially be one of the last updates for iOS 15 in general. Because iOS 16 is right around the corner, and because iOS 16 is bringing in a ton of cool features, things like the battery percentage in the top right corner for a few iPhones, on sending iMessages, all this other stuff. I really do think the adoption rate of iOS 16 is going to go up like crazy. So I don't see iOS 15 kind of being like an iOS 14. Now, stemming back, if we look back at iOS 14.7, when this specific update came out, we actually saw that this specific version came out sometime. I'm not 100% too sure. So we look right here. If we look at iOS 14.7, the release date of this thing, or at least the iPhones and crazy features that were added, it's actually pretty insane because this is one of the most important updates Apple pushed out, in my opinion, for the whole entire iOS 14s. This actually brought in that specific battery recalibration for some iPhones. This brought in a ton of other features as well, which is so cool. And in my opinion, like I said before, this was a really big thing. So it looks like this update came out about July 19th. So we are currently on iOS 15.6, and it's pretty crazy because we should have already been on iOS 15.7 by now. So I don't think iOS 15.7 is necessarily going to be the end all be all. I think we're still going to get iOS 15.7.1, 15.7.2, but I still think iOS 15.7 could potentially be the last one. If you look right here, we can see right here, iOS 14.7 and then 14.8. 14.8.1 was technically the last update from iOS 14. Now, at this point, we were already on iOS 14.7. So last year, at this time, we were already on iOS 14.7. We may have already been on iOS 14.8 at that time too. So in my opinion, I do think iOS 15.7 is probably going to be the last update. Now, this also means that 15.7 is going to be the last update for phones like the iPhone 6s and the iPhone 7. So theoretically speaking, I don't think Apple's going to go ahead and bring in crazy amounts of features for these devices. They're not going to do anything insane, and I think that is a good thing. I don't want them to go ahead and just randomly start giving us crazy amounts of features and somewhat mess up these iPhones. You have to remember, yeah, if you have an iPhone 11 or iPhone, 10s or whatever, you're still going to be getting software updates probably for the next few years. With the iPhone 6s and 7, these are going to be out of the way. So when it comes down to these iPhones, like the iPhone 11s and all iPhones, probably iOS 15.7 is going to be the last update. However, when you look at the future of iOS 15, 15.8, 15.9, those type of updates will probably end up coming out for these two iPhones, just like how we got them for the iPhone 6 and iPhone 5s a few years ago. If you remember, iOS 12.5 came out, or 12.4. We ended up getting tons of different updates for those devices for many, many years. I feel like the exact same thing is going to end up happening for these devices, and we're going to be getting tons of updates for these devices throughout years. So that's pretty much a little bit of a future of what iOS 15 is going to hold up and look like. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.